So today we are going to look at the various forms of leave days that are applicable in Kenya. So the first one, we have the annual leave. And for annual leave, the law stipulates that an employee needs a minimum of 21 days, sort of to rest. And you normally find, yes, the 21 days is the minimum, but it doesn't mean that an employer cannot enhance that. So you have some companies who give 26 days, you have others who go to the extent of even giving 30 days. So the key thing to note with annual leave is that it's payable. It doesn't mean that when staff goes on leave, they should not be paid. No, they should. When does the annual leave becomes applicable? The law states that so long as an employee has been with you for more than 2 months, then they are eligible for leave days. And what happens if the employee leaves before the 1 year is over? The law states that for every month they've worked, they are supposed to be paid pro rata. So assume your policy also is 21 days and this someone works for you for 6 months, then what you do is you divide the period. 6 months divided by 12 times 21 days, and then you're able to know the kind of compensation that you need to pay these staff. So according to the Employment Act 2007, after every end of the 12 months, then that's the time the leave days become applicable. And even the law goes further and states that an employee is supposed to be given 10 uninterrupted days. And by 10, I mean working days. So that more or less translates to 2 weeks. So if you don't have a plan of how your employee is going to take leave, then it means at one point you have to give them 2 weeks uninterrupted. Then the other days, 11 remaining, you can break them down maybe to 2 days, 1 day or something like that. The other important leave day, I would say, it's sick leave. And the law here states that upon working for 2 months, an employee is entitled to 7 days sick leave with full payment. Please note here, it's 7 days with full payment. What happens if someone is beyond, obvious, if they haven't recovered within these 7 days, then the law stipulates that they are also eligible for another 7 days with half pay. So I would say the maximum, after someone has worked for 2 months in an organization, I would say it's 14 days. 7 days on full pay, 7 days on half pay. Then the question is, what happens on the 15th day? So this is where I would say it depends on the organization. The organization maybe you can have the employee go because it depends on how crucial the position is. If someone has been incapacitated, they are not able to work, and you've done all you could, then probably you can replace, and the law actually supports you. The other option is where you find someone, some companies opting for the employee to go for an extended leave, but this one is unpaid. So it depends, over and beyond what the law says, I would say it depends on the policy that the organization has. It's quite obvious. Sick leave, it's quite an emotional, it's quite a sensitive area, but my point today was just to bring you what the law says. The other important leave is on the paternity, and this is applicable for male employees. And male employees, whenever they get a child, they're entitled to 14 days paternity leave. Someone asked me, what if someone is married has 5 wives? I don't know, because the law just talks about 14 days. But we all know also the Kenyan laws allows multiple partners. So probably that's something that our registrators needs to think about, because if this is their child and they are married, then it would mean they are eligible for leave days for every new child that comes into the family. The other form of leave is maternity leave. This is eligible for female employees, and when they deliver, they're entitled to 3 months paid leave. And the law states that they need to give 7 days, at least 7 days, or at least the earliest when they are going for leave. So it's 3 months, not working days. It's 3 months, calendar months. I feel that is important to distinguish. So some other forms of leave which depend now on the company would be compassionate leave. Someone has lost a relative, someone has lost an immediate family member, and you want them to go on leave. Compassionate leave is not anchored in law. So to say it depends with the organization. Some organization will give you 7 days, others will only give you 2 days to go attend the burial and then come back. So it depends with the organization. The other one is study leave. Someone has exams, someone wants to travel for study purposes. Again, this is not anchored in law. So it's more of an arrangement between the employer and the employee. So the key forms of leave that I would say are governed by the law and look into the relationship between the employer and the employee would be sick leave, maternity leave, paternity leave, and the annual leave. For more information on this kind of leaves, you can visit our website where we've given a lot of information on each, because what I've just given you is an overview. But if you'd want to continue receiving more tips, please subscribe today.